Hey guys, Jeff with OptionBoxer.com. I got back tonight to looking at credit spreads. I really like credit spreads. I really like debit spreads, but by and large, I haven't been as successful with them as I feel like I should have been. So I can't really just go away from them. Although I've found kind of my niche trading the covered calls or the cash secured puts or the wheel strategy. But I really like credit and debit spreads. I just like the risk defined nature of them. And so I wanted to see tonight, was it possible for me to trade my credit spreads essentially as if they were a cash secured put or a covered call, where I was just rolling them down or out or further into the money, whatever the case was, to see if I could get enough premium or to make it worth the time and energy to go through that, guarantee myself a profit. And so I want to look at that together today. And the first thing you'll see on the screen is I have a liquid company. I have Apple on the screen. I certainly wouldn't trade this with something other than a very liquid asset. The first thing I've done is I've got these two trend lines drawn on the page, which suggest that the near-term trend is bearish. Now, if you're anything like me, you're going to, as soon as you decide that it's bearish, you're going to have the conversation with yourself. You're going to draw that green trend line right there, which suggests that this is a long-term uptrend. So price may come down a little bit lower, and then it's going to continue its uptrend. Now, I want you to look at this with me and try to determine what may happen next, because I'm going to show you before I take the trade or before I make any adjustments. I'm going to show you what happens or what would have happened with this trade, and then we're going to walk through it together on each trade, for each adjustment, to see if there's a way we can adjust or manage this trade further in or out of the money, or further out in time or nearer in time, and see if there's a possibility that we can just keep adjusting this as many times as we need to make a profit or guarantee a profit. Really interesting when I look at this chart now that we've fast forwarded in time is that both scenarios played out. We were looking at price today with the orange arrow, and so we got the downward move that we wanted, but then overall we got an upward move. So if we had had patience to ride through this downward move before it moved up, then we probably would have made a successful trade. If we were going to go with the long-term trend, we could have made a bullish trade and been successful. If we were going to go with the short-term trade, we could have made a bearish trade and been successful. And I would say, if I had to just throw a number on it, I would say 80 to 90% of our trades happen this exact same way. They go either in our favor a little bit and then go against us, or go against us and then go into our favor. And it's hard to stomach when you're sitting on a few $100 loss or whatever number makes you uneasy, to be able to hold through whatever the volatility is. So instead of hold through the volatility, I wanted to know if I could adjust my way into a better trade, to a better position as the trade moves for or against me. And that's what I want to look at today and see if it's possible to uncover an adjustment plan that makes sense to always guarantee myself a profit on my credit spreads. And we're going to trade this in agreement with the long-term trend. So what I came up with, and I think you'll really like it, is I'm going to trade right here around the 107, June 17th, 2022, and I'm going to get bullish. I'm going to go with the long-term trend, and I'm going to make a bullish trade. But what is important to note here is we want to take as much premium on this first trade out of the market as we can. And what I mean by that is, typically when we look at a trade like this, we're going to say, okay, we're going to go down here to about the 20 delta or the 10 delta. It gives us a 90% hypothetical or theoretical probability of success. But I'm going to say, let's trade right at the money. Let's do just a $5 wide spread, take as much premium out of there as we can, and then only adjust and give that premium back if the market demands it with an adverse move. So I'm going to go ahead and just trade that. Now we're going to watch the chart to see what happens. You can see immediately, just like we already knew, the trade went against us, and now we're sitting on a loss. And this happens so many times. Sometimes I'm sitting here and I'm thinking, okay, well, it hasn't gone down that much. I'm not down that much. It could still come back. When I start playing that mental game with myself, instead of having the conversation about what I should or shouldn't do, I'm just going to do what I know I can do. What I know I can do is I can roll this down to a better strike price, and I may have to give back some of that $200. So again, it goes back to why I told you at the outset, take as much premium as you can, and then if the market requires it, you can give it back. It's also probably a good idea to have some form of profit target. Obviously, this right now is not going in our favor. If you have to make too many adjustments and give back too much of the premium, the trade is a bust, and it's probably time to move on. But again, at all times, your risk is managed, and not every trade is going to go continually against you. And you'll see what I mean as we unfold this here. So if I was going to buy that back, I'm just going to go out to the next expiration and I'm going to try to get a better strike. So currently I'm short the 165 strike. So we rolled this trade to a better position. We were at 165, now we're at 160, and we had to give back a little bit of the credit. And so the market has moved in our favor. Now you kind of have two options. One, you could do nothing. Or two, you could roll the position back to where it was when you started, take that money that you had back from the market. But with this trend looking like it's going down, and if I'm looking at that trend line, I'm thinking, well, we've already broke lower or tried to test going lower. Now it's at the top of this trend line. It's likely that this is going to continue lower. At least is what I would think if I was looking at this trade in real time. There's no way for us to know what it's going to do. So if I'm looking at this trade, I'm thinking it's going lower, and I'm not going to want to adjust this to a worse possible position. Right now I'm out of the money. You could also look to roll it again to an even better strike. So we were long the short the 160, could get short the 165 or the 155, give back $20. You would have to make the decision of whether it's worth giving back that 20, and you would have bettered your position by another 5 points. You can see we started here with our short at 165, and if we made this trade, we could put our short at 155. So we moved our short strike by 10 points with just 2 adjustments. You would have to make up your mind if $20 is worth it for you. And in this case, it would be for me because I think the market's gonna go lower. I'm already into this trade, and I want to try to make it as successful as I can. I could abandon the strategy, take my loss, but I don't want to do that either. And just like that, we're up $28. We had to make a couple of adjustments. The trade ultimately went in our favor. We don't know that it's going to do this every time, but how many times have you made a trade where it goes against you and then goes in your favor, and you're just frustrated? Now you don't know what to do. You were bullish on the trade, then the price moved against you, it got bearish, now it's bullish again. So we've all been in that back and forth battle with ourselves where is it bullish, is it bearish, which way is this going? And so this is a technique you could use if you were interested. I'm not a registered financial advisor, not a recommendation for you to attempt this. It's just something to consider if you're a credit spread trader or you trade vertical spreads. So often they go against us immediately before turning in our favor. It's also worth mentioning here before we sign out. In this instance, we had to roll it twice. That's still a viable trade in my opinion. If you roll it 2, 3, even 4 times, that trade could still be profitable. But if you have to roll it 4, 5, 6, 7 times and you're still not able to be profitable, you're no longer thinking about profit. You're thinking about minimizing losses or breaking even, and that's it. Occasionally you're going to get into a trade and it's just going to go straight in the direction you want. On the trades that don't go the direction you want, you got to have a plan on how you're going to adjust it. And the plan to just take the loss and move on, I don't love that plan. In fact, I've done that one, and I don't like the way it works out because then it just confuses me. I've lost my money. Now I'm confused about which way the market's going to go, and I don't know the best course going forward. But that's one strategy you could use. Of course, again, do your own research. Make sure you understand the risks involved with options. But guys, thank you so much for watching. And if you have any questions, feel free to reach me in the comments. Until the next video, God bless and take care.